Bring you back stateside to this moment. A terrifying scene in West Virginia. A truck driver left dangling 100 feet off of a bridge for 5 hours after losing control on a snow-covered highway. Thanks to the incredible first responders, that driver is alive tonight. I'm joined now by volunteer firefighter Westley Quinn with Hurricane Fire and Rescue. Wesley, thank you so much for joining us here and sharing this story. Could you walk us through that rescue process when you arrived at the scene and you were called in by the chief to respond to this call?
Yeah, well, upon arrival, the call ended up not being anything like what the CAD originally came out as. We originally thought that we was going on a MVC with entrapment, but we didn't know to the extent that it ended up being. Once we got there, you know, it was almost hard to believe your eyes. And our captain or chief, Paul, he done really well with getting everything organized, the right people in contact, because it turned into a technical high-angle rescue. And he came up to me and a few others in the truck, and where we was the smaller ones and we was qualified. He said that it was a dangerous operation, one of the most dangerous ones he's ever been on, and said that it was probably going to be one of us where we was the smaller ones. And I told him I was ready to go, if it could be me.
Wesley, can you talk about that moment? So what was your role in all of this? Were you the one coming down off of the line and being able to get to the cab and ultimately try to rescue the driver?
Yes. Once I stepped over the edge, my crew that was behind me there on the bridge that you don't really get to see, we had a bunch of rope techs and they lowered me down, and I got lowered down to the guy there, and I had to try and keep him calm so I could get a harness on him. And where he was sitting in the passenger seat at first, we couldn't get it on him, so he wound up having to go to the middle of the truck, and I had to help him get it on inside the truck there.
Yeah, Wesley, I want to ask you about when we're looking at this video, it's still actively snowing. There's ice on the ground. That's ultimately what led this cab over the bridge. How did that complicate your overall rescue and approach when you're talking about the winter conditions?
Oh, we was kind of limited on our anchor points for all of our rope system setups there. And, our guys had to clear a bunch of snow and slick stuff off so we could even get enough traction to be able to get the proper stuff there to get a proper anchor point for the operation to even be a success.
It was an amazing success. Can't imagine 5 hours trapped like that. You arriving on the scene, not knowing what it was like, but volunteering and saying, hey, I can handle this. I'm going to go down there into that dangerous situation. Westley Quinn, what an incredible moment. Thank you so much for joining us here on Fox Weather and sharing your story. Volunteer firefighter with Hurricane Fire and Rescue. Wesley, thank you again for being with us.
Thank you.